Today I'm talking about SAM-E, great for depression, arthritis, and more.
Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist. Get healthy now.
Hi, Dr. Paul Haider here, Master Herbalist. Well, I'm talking about SAM-E today. This happens to be a Vitamin Shoppe brand, and they're enteric-coated tablets. And this happens to be 50 tablets, 200 milligrams. You can get them up to 400 milligrams, and I've seen them even higher. Usually you find them in health food stores at very low milligrams, but this stuff is really great for depression and arthritis and a whole bunch of different things, especially depression. It really works great. You know, I have a client in LA, Maria, and she's had anxiety for most of her life, and she had fear as a little child, and finally got her on my diet, and she started doing acupuncture, and she started doing some SAM-E, and all of a sudden it all disappeared. I mean, it's like, wow, it was an amazing thing. And I think it's really great that somebody can go from having this for a lifetime and all of a sudden be free of that terrible, fear and anxiety and depression. Also, this is known as S-Adenosylmethoioine. I hope I said that right. And there's lots of great studies about SAM-E, and it's most concentrated in the brain and the liver, and it's crucial for the pathways, three specific pathways for metabolism, and stimulates actually 35 different reactions in the body. So it's, wow, pretty amazing stuff. It is really amazing. It's actually produced in the body from methionine. So an amazing process that goes on there. And most of us are kind of deficient in this. So it's really important that we try to do a little bit of SAM-E. Our bodies only make a small amount in general, in fact. And so it has been used for depression, anxiety, heart disease, fibromyalgia, pain, osteoarthritis, bursitis, tendonitis, chronic lower back pain, Alzheimer's disease, chronic fatigue syndrome for those who are always feeling tired, liver disease, and cognitive problems as far as dementia and Alzheimer's go, all kinds of different things. Also, it's very good by boosting up glutathione in the body, and also cysteine and taurine, other antioxidants too. And it really is a great way to boost up some of the agents in our brain that actually make us happy, like serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine, and those type of things. So those, we could have more. If we can get them, all the better. If we could have more, great. Helps with depression. The studies show that normal levels of SAM-E are found in the cerebral spinal fluid of the patients with depression, Alzheimer's disease, dementia, and Parkinson's disease, but at low levels. So, there it goes. You have low levels, so you're not going to feel well. You're going to be depressed. You're going to have all kinds of diseases going on, dementia and different things also. It works well together with B12 and B6, and it's really needed. Otherwise, it doesn't seem to work very well. Also, another study showed that they're treating major depressive disorders with 13 different trials, also with a double-blind and placebo, showed that it really did a great job of being an antidepressant with more than 1,400 patients included in the study. So, wow, pretty amazing. Studies from 1973 to 88, 14 double-blind studies in Europe, and show that intravenous and intramuscular preparations of SAM-E were more effective than placebo, and as effective as antidepressants. So, wow, really great stuff. Studies in 1988, American pharmacologist, Bell and his colleagues did a double-blind randomized study of a 2-week trial, and found that there was an increase in treating those who were depressed by 66%. I mean, they actually got better in most of the time, more than half of the time. So really great. And compared to those who were on other types of drugs, it only increased by 22%. Studies in 1970s, 1997, 1993, and 2000 showed that in double and single blind studies show that actually have a great effect on major depression processes. Also, it works faster than a lot of the SSIs, and in double-blind studies, with trial of 30 people receiving 1,600 milligrams daily, it actually worked comparable to the SSIs, but they took a lot longer to work, so very interesting. Dr. Bell was kind of the person who decided to come up with this agent. Also noted in American companies only sell it like in 50 and 100 and 200 tablets, but he recommends anywhere from 400 to 600 milligrams and on an empty stomach also. So that's the best way to get it, otherwise it gets diluted out. Starting patients off with 200 milligrams 30 minutes before breakfast and 30 minutes before lunch, and then slowly moving them to 400 milligrams before breakfast. So seem to work better that way. It helps with resistant depression also, those that, nothing seems to help. And a case study was 1 week after taking SAM-E showed that it was a significant improvement for those who had really bad depression. And they were using that in combination with other antidepressants also. 4 studies show that SAM-E boosted and enhanced antidepressants capabilities also. And 40 outpatients with moderate or severe depression, actually confirmed by clinical trials, showed that it really did a great job. SAM-E did. It helps with arthritis. I had arthritis for 40 years, but if you go on my diet, paulhaider.com, you can get rid of your arthritis for sure, like I did. Studies of arthritis, there are over 20,000 patients conducted in Germany, approved it for healing arthritis. And so that's pretty amazing. And Mission E is pretty picky about that kind of stuff too. And they found that 80% of the patients basically felt better, and only 20% had any kind of mild side effect of any kind. And even placebo people had mild side effects. So also helps with liver disease. Now, people with liver disease, a study of 123 men and women with liver failure found that SAM-E actually over a 2-year period improved survival rates. So they actually, were alive, and so they could have a transplant, or their liver enzymes went down again instead of being really high. So really great. Another study actually showed it may help normalize liver enzymes with people with liver disease. And another study with mice showed it actually protects the liver and reverses liver damage. So very interesting. Also with dementia and Alzheimer's disease, a study also shows it helps with cognitive improvement and recall of information and remembering words in general, and acts as in certain areas and regions of the brain, and especially with Alzheimer's, helps with the myeloid proteins that are part of the process of Alzheimer's disease. So very important. It should not be used by those who have bipolar disease. It makes them hyper. So if you have bipolar disease, SAM-E is not for you. No. Forms, there's a couple different forms of SAM-E. There's a butane form and a tausinate form. And then Dr. Bell found that the butane form seemed to work particularly better if it was in the enteric coated. And it has to be enteric coated. These little tablets here are yellow, just like enteric coated aspirin, so they break down in your gut instead of your stomach. So really important. Also, side effects of anywhere from about 3 to 5% of the patients discontinued SAM-E because of side effects, primarily because they have GI upsets, dry mouth, nausea, gas, diarrhea, headaches, anxiety, or some had feelings of elation. Some were restless, and some had insomnia, but insomnia was the same as placebo, so Go figure. Not for those who are pregnant, not for those who are nursing or children. Only one report of a major side effect when used in combination with antidepressants. And like I said, insomnia can crop up sometimes with this. But if you take it before breakfast and before noon, lunch, then it doesn't seem to have that problem. And so this is really a great thing. Like I said, for the client that I have, it really have changed her life completely. And so I think it can work for you also. There's a lot of different things out there. Also meditation, you know. I was a depressed person in my 20s. And then I started doing meditation every day. I do 2 hours of meditation, 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, and I feel fantastic. And I wake up in the morning raring to go, can't wait to get out of bed and enjoy life in general. And I think a lot of people need that change in their brain from doing meditation without having to take anything. But sometimes that doesn't work. Not too often, but once in a great while, that doesn't work for some people. And maybe it's something that's an imbalance in the brain that needs to be addressed. And sometimes SAMe could be the answer for that type of thing. And it's a natural supplement, which is created in the body. So it really is a great thing. I think it is kind of a miracle supplement that people can have on hand. So if you want to get a hold of me, all my contact information will be at the end. And if you want to do a consultation, feel free. I ask for a $50 donation, and we can get you on the road to recovery. Feeling great. Man, I've been busy. I've been every other day. I've been busy with consults. So feel free to get a hold of me. And remember a couple things. Remember God, and remember, I love you.